And you are watching Y in the Morning, and we are right back with youth and politics. And joining us in studio is Honorable Jeremiah Lumorkoi from Loina Constituency. Say hello, good morning. Your camera is camera 4.
Okay.
Camera 4, yes.
My camera 4 is running.
Yes.
So, I think good
Microphone
to everybody. I'm Honorable Jeremiah Lumorkoi, Member of Parliament for Loina Constituency in Turkana. My constituency is situated west part of Loda Town, the main headquarters of the county.
All right, yeah. Sawa. We would like to understand what's happening in Turkana County at the moment, because we received some news during the weekend about the Kapedo killings, and right now the death toll is 9.
Yes.
And it involved some students and a driver. Can you, and the perpetrators are being accused to be Pokot bandits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you please let us know what is not happening in Turkana? What do the West Pokots want with Turkana people?
Okay, I think the issue of Kapedo and Baringo is a common issue. It's a common issue to mention. So I think there is a very serious banditry around there that has really taken another shape. It used to be cattle rustling, but now it has changed to issue of land. Yeah. So I think those from the Baringo side really want to, they claim Kapedo to be their area, and they really want to take it away from the constituents of Turkana East. But those of Turkana East are also saying Kapedo is theirs, and exactly Kapedo belongs to Turkana County, that is Turkana South constituency. I think many killings have been taking place around that belt, and I think the perpetrators to me are politicians. The politicians were really inciting public against the others, or their own people, against the people of Kapedo.
So politicians are the ones who are inciting this.
To me, I don't have really to be told anything. To me, I know there are politicians who are riding in the name of belonging to government, or they belong to some party in government. So they seem to be enjoying or riding on their party. So they incite the people, and really people are fighting every day, and people from Kapedo are being killed every day. Children, mothers, and even the elderly. In fact, even you remember when a fleet of vehicles going to Kapedo for a burial of the people who died during the bus that got an accident. So the bodies were attacked along the way. Just
so
imagine a situation where,
so I'm just wondering, you're a member of parliament, what is the national government doing about the security situation there? Because now that you've said that it's actually true, many leaders from Turkana County are saying that this is politicians, because previously it was just a cattle issue, but now it's becoming deeper than that. So now that you know that it's deeper than that, what is the government doing to improve security? Because children are the ones who've lost their lives. They have nothing to do with it.
I expected the minister in charge of security to really come in and intervene on a serious note without any compromise. These things have been happening, and government has been there. It is still there. We have representatives for the Minister of Interior. So I expected the minister in charge actually to take action against those people, the suspects of this incitement. But we are not seeing government really being proactive, even intervening, because I remember attending a meeting between us and the minister in charge. But during the discussion, you could read even the talks of some of the members of parliament from that region, the Baringo side, just giving very, very bad utterances, even at a meeting that we expected a bit of respect. So sometimes it's like they even don't care what they say, and they think they believe what they're saying is should be respected, whether it means inciting people or even igniting people to fight or to kill. So I think
there's almost no accountability on the part of our leaders,
on the part of government itself, because government is seeing what is happening, but it's not taking action.
it's good that you've said that. Here with us in studio, we have some members from the Youth Senate.
Yes.
What can you say has been the participation of the youth? Have you been in communication with the Senate from Turkana? You guys don't communicate at all?
We do communicate, but of late we have not had an engagement.
All right. Do you feel like the youth do participate? Do they intervene? Does the Youth Senate in Turkana County intervene? Do they say anything when all this is happening?
I remember like 2 days ago, I think our senator was really been accusing the politicians of the Baringo side for the recent killings.
Okay.
Our governor is one person who does not really want to stop talking, especially on issues that involve killing of our people, stealing of our cattle.
Why do you think that is? Why does he not want to stop talking?
I think he talks. I think if you are the members of the Youth Senate, I think he should be known Professor Malaki Akal. And I don't know whether you have always been engaging him. He's a professor, and I think he's one person who accommodates really talks. And if he's reached out, I think he can give some hints he has as a senator for Turkana County.
Yeah, we would really like to know the youth participation in terms, and in fact, that's an assignment for them. I think you ought to know. You guys are you're in the heart of the nation, so you ought to know at least what's happening. You're like the national government now. You're the head. You're the heart. You ought to know what's happening with the youth participation in Turkana. Anyway, we were here to talk to him about the petroleum bill.
Yeah.
It's a matter of concern because the Parliament wants it passed as soon as possible by the end of this month. But there are still some issues. So the previous draft, the petroleum bill for 2016, had allocated the draft bill. Had allocated 20% to the local government, 10% to the community, and 70% to the central government. However, this was not signed into. It was not passed by Uhuru because it needed to be reviewed in terms of revenue allocation going downwards. And then another draft bill was done 2017, and this one gave 5% to the local community, 15% to the county government, and 80% to the national government. Can you please enlighten us? And there's been a bone of contention to do with that 5% for the local community. Can you please let us know what's happening?
Okay, I think the first bill had addressed the needs of the Turkana community.
Yes.
Because it entrenched the 20% and the 10% for the community.
Yes.
And then the balance goes to government. But I remember the president returned that bill back to Parliament with some memorandum, wanting really some changes to be done into it. I think he was not happy with the percentages given to the county government. And the issue mentioned was that the Turkana county government does not have capacity to utilize the money, because 20% allocated to county.
Oh no, that was the reason that was given.
The reason mentioned because reading even the memorandum, that was that light. So they mentioned that the Turkana county government will not have capacity to utilize the funds. They are saying that the money will be too much for that county. But Turkana County, I think everybody knows Turkana County, the situation of Turkana County.
Yes.
Whether even the county government receives like 11 million from the exchequer, I think that the Turkana County has more problems compared to that kind of allocation. The allocation that can be split into different aspects. Some money go to payment of salaries, some go to recurrent expenditure, and part of it goes to projects. So sometimes there is a mention that Turkana County gets a lot of money, and giving them more money through the oil benefits will not actually allow them or give them the capacity to really utilize the money. But Turkana County government.
But your governor is very strong and firm about his 30% for the county. Is that achievable? Will it work?
No, I think the issue of 30%, all of us have agreed.
The 20
10%, 20%, 10% for community.
Oh, okay.
So what we are refusing in the current proposal, current bill, is the capping element.
Yes.
Because the capping here to me is like giving somebody something and then again immediately you return it from that. So we are first refusing the element of capping in the bill. And when we were discussing the bill some 2 weeks ago, I think we had passed now, we removed the capping, and that was amended and removed. But when it came to now the 10, the 20, and the 5%, we wanted the Honorable Lomenen, the member for Turkana East, and Ali, the member for Lomenen for Turkana South, and Ali for Turkana East. They wanted the 5 to be returned back to 10. To 10%.
Yes.
And that was our that was our agreement as people from Turkana, that we remove the capping and we retain the 20, then 10%. But we were also flexible that if the capping is removed and then the 5% then for community remains, we will not have issues, because our major issue is capping. Capping will deny us a lot of benefits from the oil.
Okay, I'm saying that your county is about to come into the limelight very strongly, because I'm trying to figure out what will happen now, because there's already 90,000 barrels which are ready to go to Mombasa County, according to the CS John Munez for Energy and Petroleum. However, there was this issue about an advisory committee being set up to protect the locals and raise concerns for the residents going forward. Was this committee formed?
I think the same act proposes that we have the advisory committee. So I think that committee will take shape immediately the bill is passed into law. Okay. Is when I will continue talking about the advisory committee. But now that the bill is still being swayed from here and there, we are still waiting for what will come forth.
Let me ask the Youth Senator of Nairobi a question. Now, Turkana County, apparently, according to the survey that was carried out, has about almost 750 million barrels worth of oil that can be discovered there, or can be mined in the county. So it can be a rich county. So what is your opinion on them being told that they don't have the capacity to enjoy the wealth from their county?
When I look at Turkana County and the oil resource, I see Qatar, I see Riyadh. In fact, Qatar is a desert, but Kenyans, many Kenyans are fasting to just go to Qatar for jobs. So, yeah, so Qatar is a desert. It was, at some time it was like Turkana County. But you see, in 2022, it's going to host the World Cup. So I'm visualizing Turkana County growing up into a place, a transformed county, where even KBC can decide you can set up your offices there. Yeah, we are congested here in Nairobi. So with the oil reserves in Turkana County, I'm seeing all the problems that are affecting Turkana County being resolved. So this committee that we have on board on the distribution of these revenues that are being given to the county, we need this committee to take keen note on the issues, all these issues that are affecting the people of Turkana County. And on the distribution, even if it's at the national level, this 70%, still the people of Turkana County are Kenyans, and they still need to be catered for. Yes, at the national level. The Constitution provides for equitable distribution of resources from the national government. Even if it's at the county level, we need accountability on this 30 or 20% that is going to be given. How is the county government going to be accountable on the distribution of these resources? Each community has different problems. So how is the county government and the national government going to balance on the distribution in regards to the different problems affecting the county?
All right, Madam President ameongea sasa. However, we'd like to hear your parting shots. We have exactly 2 minutes to go to leave.
Okay. I think the issue of capacity, that Turkana community will not have capacity actually to utilize the funds. I think that's a misplaced thinking.
I agree.
I think we have a county assembly of Turkana, which has all the mandate actually to create laws to govern utility of the funds.
Yes.
We are planning, or the county government is planning to create a law where you can create a wealth fund, where all these resources will be pulled in a certain fund, and then the county will be addressing its issues based on the decisions or the laws or the approvals made by the county assembly of Turkana. So I think it will be prudent that we give them the money, and then we see whether they will fail to utilize the money, because the problems of Turkana County cannot be solved by even the 162 billion that we will be getting maybe from the 20%.
So the government should give to Caesar what is Caesar's.
Because we don't have health centers, we don't have water, we don't have everything completely. So saying this money is too much to me,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I also agree. So your last parting shot. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa.
Empower the people of your community. There's no way you're going to tell me it's too much money. Because you don't have the power to, manage your funds that is allocated to you. Are you going to tell me? My parting shot will be empower. Get people to empower the people of your county, so that when they are self-sufficient, now you can back out and say, now let them take over and run.
All right,
that's my parting shot.
And then one thing, oil is oil does not really last for ages. This oil will end maybe in 10 years, 20 years. We will not have oil in Japan.
So we should use it while it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. It's about time we conclude this segment, and I'm in 100% agreement with you. I think you have the capacity to handle the wealth that you're producing. Anyway, it's about time we conclude this segment. I am Hilda Wadidi. Do not touch that dial. Make sure you do send in all your requests today. Today is a special day. We'll be playing your requests. Kuna ordinance ina come through na kuna kamati ya chini that's also coming through your way. Man Crush Monday with Kalami Valentine is also going to be coming up next. Do not touch that dial. See you on Monday.